Good morning, welcome to It's Fark and Delicious, and today in honour of Easter and the fact that we love Cadbury's cream eggs, Cadbury's, I hope you're listening, we are going to make a Cadbury's cream egg surprise, we're going to call it, alright? Others might call this after a certain road or street, right? But we're going to call it Cadbury's cream egg surprise, alright? And for this, we need digestive biscuits. All the amounts and the recipe will be down in the details. And if you have any comment on this one, any comments will be greatly received. All right. So what I'm going to do in here is we have some roughly crushed biscuits. Like I said, all the amounts and everything will be in the details below. We have some melted butter here, and I'm just going to melt some chocolate straight into that. So again, this is about 200 grams of chocolate, and I think it's 135 grams of unsalted butter. All right. And I'm just going to melt this over here. Just keep an eye on it. Oh, starting to melt already. Luckily enough, these eggs I'm using actually an Easter egg. And it's actually Cadbury's cream egg Easter egg. All right. But luckily enough, they're so thin, they melt very quickly. The extra chocolate I've added in there is a Cadbury's hazelnut bar, just because it was the only one I had inside. But any kind of chocolate, even if you had something that was a little bit better cocoa content, would be quite good for this. Say something around 60 to 70%, you know. You could do half and half, you know. So, like, I know some people don't like dark chocolates, but I do, but... this one is completely a milk chocolate. Now this is melting lovely over the heat. So you can see here, chocolate starting to melt down. That's what we want. This is going to be like the setting agent for our Cadbury's cream egg surprise, which might be otherwise known as Bumpy Street. Now, I was just reminded there to remind you that you must melt this over a nice gentle heat. That's the only way you can do this, is do it gently. Make sure it doesn't overheat. Treat it like as if you're doing scrambled eggs, all right? Make sure you use your spoon to get into the corners. And actually, that's melted plenty for me now. Lovely and loose and just melted. You can see some of those little bits of hazelnut in there, all right? So that will add to our version of Bumpy Street, but otherwise known as Cadbury Cream Egg Surprise, okay? Now, I also have here some eggs, but I'm going to not chop that as fine as I did in the last one. And I'm going to add this into the biscuits there just. I saw lots of recipes using golden syrup, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bit of maple syrup just because it's a little bit nicer and it's not as sugary. And this is really sweet anyway. So now I don't know what's going to be good to smash these. Yep, that works. 4 eggs. And I have a good few little mini eggs. So just going to chop them roughly. Woohoo! Now, I think even if you don't like Cadbury's cream eggs, you might like having a go at this. You know, you're not eating a full cream egg, so it's not as that sickly kind of maybe sugary feeling that some people don't like. So I have a tray here that I've lined with some greaseproof paper. That's over there. Now, I'm just going to cut these in half. Yeah, again, maybe if they're a bit too big. So, and I'm going to drop them in later on and mix them into the mix. Now, maple syrup. I'm just going to do this by eye. It said 2 to 3 tablespoons. So that's kind of close enough. Now, drop these in. So I'm just combining these because the chocolate is going to be my kind of setting agent for this. And I think this is just about right. It looks good anyway. Now, we'll throw these in, see what they'll add to the mix. Now on the recipe, it'll tell you to get an 18 by 18 centimetre bowl, and I think that'll be just perfect for this because this is a 21 centimetre, and I know it's only 3 centimetres, but there is a difference, and so it'll be a little bit higher, but I think this is rich enough anyway. You don't need it to be a foot thick. Now, so that's going to be our rocky road, our bumpy street, Cadbury's Cream Egg Surprise. All right. This should take about 30 to 40 minutes. You could set it in early. So we're going to put it in the fridge. We're going to let it set and we'll come back to it in a while. All right. Okay, welcome back. We're going to have a quick look at this bumpy street, our Cadbury's Cream Egg Surprise, and we'll turn it out and have a cut of it and see what it's like. Now, we could probably have left it in the fridge a little while longer, just to let it set up another bit, but it's actually quite good. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take my good knife. So what we have in here is we have Cadbury's eggs, we have Cadbury's cream egg, we have some hazelnut chocolate, we have the remnants of a Cadbury's cream egg Easter egg, and we have some digestive biscuits and maple syrup and some unsalted butter. I'm just going to sprinkle a bit of icing sugar. That's our Cadbury's Cream Egg Surprise for Easter, and might be similar to Bumpy Street, and it's very tasty. So,
okay, cheers.
Cheers. Gambé. I'm not a fan of Bumpy Street, but I actually like that.
The gooiness of the cream eggs is lovely. It's not overwhelming.
Yeah.
You know, I think we were talking to a special guest recently.
Oh, yeah.
Who said that cream eggs are overpowering, and I definitely agree. So I think, you know, having just a little bit every now and again makes it much more enjoyable.
That little bit was lovely there. To me, that's not really mad sweet.
No, it's nice. It's light.
And
the problem is it's too light, and I definitely eat more.
Yeah, well, I was just thinking I was going to let you take away that because I said I can't stand it really. But now you're only going to be getting half of it.
I don't know. I think I might have to take it. So I'm going to take this. I'm going to leave it at that. Great way to use up the leftover Easter eggs as well, by the way.
Brilliant.
Yeah, great way.
You know.
So with that, I'll let you finish off the video. I'm going to head off with these and see you later.
Yep. That's great now, actually. She's not going to get far with those lads. All right. But I'd like to say to you, if you like the video, subscribe, hit the notifications and give us a like. And remember, it's free to subscribe. So see you again on the next episode of It's Fork and Delicious. Thank you. Make those